Gill considers how the opponents, such as Callahan and Cass, might respond to his line of argument here. And he imagines that Cass and Callahan might argue that though a terminal patient will inevitably die and lose his or her autonomy, within that 6 months of life, they could still make autonomous decisions. That is to say that it's true that a terminal patient is going to be robbed of their autonomy, but why not salvage every autonomous choice that you can? Why cut the autonomous choices short by engaging in PAS instead of living out those remaining months of your life in which you could still be autonomous and make autonomous choices? The opponent might say, even if your health is deteriorating in the process, you can still make autonomous choices, even if in a diminished state or a diminished capacity. So this would mean essentially that the argument based on autonomy still leads to a contradiction. It's still technically self-contradictory because even a terminal patient still has autonomy and autonomous choices ahead of them. In response to this opposition, Michael Gill essentially thinks that it's important to define exactly what autonomy and autonomous decisions entail. According to Gill, autonomous decisions are not just any decisions, they're what he calls big decisions. Big decisions are decisions that matter, that are important in one's life. For instance, who to marry, what job to work in, what your values are, perhaps who to vote for. Smaller decisions like what to eat for dinner, what clothes to wear, maybe even what to do that day, those are less important decisions. When we talk about respect for autonomy and respect for one's autonomous choices, what we really have in mind are these big decisions, the important choices that really make a difference to the individual making them. It doesn't really matter to me whether I wear a green shirt or a blue shirt, but it does matter to me the course that my life takes. And so what Gill is saying here is that terminal patients really only have small decisions ahead of them. The last big autonomous decision that a terminal patient has to make is the choice of when and how they die. That's the last autonomous choice that a terminal patient has left. And so to give the terminal patient that choice is to respect their autonomy. And to allow them to kill themselves is not disrespecting their future autonomy, because they only have small decisions left in their future, and those decisions essentially don't count as genuinely autonomous choices. So to respect the terminal patient's autonomy, we have to let them make this last big autonomous decision, and that is when and how they will die.